The next piece was the result of a little collaboration between myself and Reverend Cecilia about 6 or 7 years ago. It depicts what Joseph's story might have sounded like if Joseph had been a Geordie. Why, hello, yous lot. It's cold outside, the neat. It's enough to freeze the baubles off a Christmas tree. Just the right night for being inside and enjoying a canny carol service out of the cold. Now, if you've heard this before, you're not to head onto your seats. And if you haven't, brace yourselves, pet. Now, my name's Joseph, though the folks round here call us Joss or Geordie. And I've got a bit of a tale to tell you. So sit back and listen to us and see what you think. Well, you know, it's about that night I had the other night. What a hell of a night that was. And I didn't want to go through that again, I can tell you. But where do I start with my story? Well, you know, about a year past, things were different. I'd been looking around war place for a canny lass that I could wed. Someone suitable like, near one of our flighty or daft. I've got a steady trade at me fingertips, so I was a good catch for the reet lass. You know, a canny lass, sensible and hard-working like. Why, I found Mary. She seemed to fit the bill champion. She was from canny good stock as well. And so it came about that we were promised to each other. I was right chuffed and looking forward to it, but that's when it all kicked off. Can you believe it? First of all, she comes round and tells us that she's had this visit from near less than an angel, and the angel had told her that she was going to be up the stick. Preggers near less by the Holy Spirit, mind. And, mind, I hope you're listening to this, and if that wasn't enough, that the band was going to be somewhat geet special, geet cushy, you know. Well, I knew what's a bloke in my position going to do. And now she's a canny lass and all that, but I didn't want that kind of scandal on my doorstep. Why would yous? So I thought about finishing with her, but help me to slip away somewhere quiet where she could bring the band up in peace. But bugger my, no such luck, because the angel visited us in a dream and told us to stick with her. The angel even told us what to call the band when it was born. Even knew it was going to be a laddie. Now, can you believe that? The angel told us that we had to call him Jesus. Apparently, that's supposed to mean the Lord saves. Why, no, I had to put up with all the gossips clacking away behind me back, saying I'd put me lass up the stick, and you know, I hadn't laid a finger on her. Then the bloody Roman emperor, what's his name? Oh, yes, now, Caesar Augustus starts hiring his weight about. He said that everybody had to go back to their folks' hometown and get registered. Why, I had to go all the way back to Bethlehem. No, that's a 4-day hike for a fit lad on foot, but I had war lass in tow, and she wasn't far off having the bane. So it took us about a week to do the journey. We're all riding on the back of a cuddy. Why, when we did get there, we were knackered. And we looked all over for somewhere to stay. But the place was chock-a-block, because everybody else was there to be registered and all. The place was full of the gunnels. We tried everywhere. Well, you know, by this time, Warlass was getting both pains regular and all. I was shitting myself in case you gave both on the street. So I gave it one more try and hammered on the last door. Aye, it was full and all like, but the innkeeper was a right canny bloke. He could see that she was in a bit of a state, and he let us use the stable round the back. Well, we got into the stable, got settled in a corner out the way of the animals, and she soon started pushing and yelling, nearly gliffed the shit out of me, I can tell you. No, this is normally women's work, but there was just me, Warlass, and the animals. And all she could do was yell and push, so I had to get on with it. Why, bugger, after a great scream and a great good push, out popped all slimy wet. It was me bane. And yet it wasn't me bane, if you see what I mean. But when you've got a bundle of joy like that in your arms, you can't help but fall head over heels in love with them. Anyway, we just got the bairn cleaned up and wrapped in swaddling clothes and settled in a manger when, bugger my, the shepherds turned up. Here we were in the middle of town, tired and exhausted, and these dirty old shepherds turn up out of the blue and tell us they had seen angels. Now, most folk look down on the shepherds, the temple crew in particular. Anyway, they said that they'd seen a whole host of angels singing, mind you, and telling them to go into town to see the bairn. They tell them it was the Messiah, the anointed one. Well, you know, I'm flabbergasted. Angels turn up, not to the rich and powerful folk, mind yous, not even to the high priests or even to the king, but to me, war lass, and a bunch of scruffy old shepherds, all telling us the same thing, that this bairn comes from God and he's going to be something amazing. Well, you know, it's not the quiet life I was expecting. So what's next? I bet you'll be telling us that there's wise men coming from the east next. Well, yeah, do we in shite? I'll believe that when I see it.